Hello again YouTube, sorry it's been quite a long time since I last posted anything. The reality is I've had quite a lot going on, nothing I need to bore you with, but the car is pretty much finished now, so at some stage I'll talk you around what changed, what worked and what didn't, and the things that I changed, why I changed them, and the things that didn't work, what it was that didn't work. This is going to be something a bit different. We're off to Romania, which is a substantial trip. I wasn't really sure whether I'd ever do trip vlogs because I'm not really sure how much call there is for them, but if you're interested, stick around because that's where we're going. Today is day one. I'm in the travel lodge at Folkestone. Early train tomorrow morning, about 3 a.m. So so we're going to Romania, travelling through France, Germany, Austria, Hungary, and then into Romania. That's the plan anyway. There's 4 cars in our group, and the trip is being run by an old mate of mine, Bob Seaborn of Compass Adventures, who some of you may or may not know. So stick around. This is a recce trip. If the trip's any good, I will let you know, and if the trip's any good, maybe you'll think about going yourself. Anyway, let's get on with it. Right, it's 2:30 a.m. Saturday morning. The train leaves at about 4ish, I think. Going to meet the others at the tunnel entrance at about 3:15. So here we go. Leaving the travel lodge. There's absolutely no signs of life, as you would expect, I suppose.
Ceci est une mesure de précaution pendant la traversée. Merci de votre attention.
Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. And it is an absolute stunning morning. Just entered Belgium, having not been in France very long. Got off the train about half an hour ago, and yeah, have a look at this. So we're on our way to Nuremberg now. About 7.5 hours to go through Belgium. And into Germany, I believe. Well, after 400 miles of driving, we finally arrived at a little campsite in Nuremberg, and it is absolutely lovely. It's not bad at all. We've certainly stayed in worse German campsites than this one. It's quite busy, but we just had dinner. Food was blooming lovely. A couple of beers and gonna have a quick shower, and it's time for bed, but I'll show you around the campsite quickly. Bob's 200 Land Cruiser. Stuart's Hilux. Sean's 100 series. Right, this is day 2 now, or day 3. I'm starting to lose track already. We're just leaving the German campsite, which was very nice, and we're on the road to Hungary through Austria, so that should be fun. And we've got a convoy of 4 including me. So yeah, I'll see how we get on today. Very heavy traffic. It's been like this all day yesterday, all the way through Germany, lots of roadworks. Austria is, I mean, the quality of the road's lovely, but unfortunately the traffic is quite bad. Okay, I think we're just approaching the Hungarian border now, in about a mile. So this is my first time into Hungary. We've been driving for bloody miles, but yeah, we're at Hungary, so let's have a look at the border. Across the border into Hungary. We'll be spending a night here somewhere. I think we're going to be somewhere near Budapest tonight. Yeah, I'll let you know. Well, it seems like Hungary is in the middle of some sort of fuel crisis, because there's controls on the price of fuel in Hungary. I think some of the companies are not selling because the price of fuel is higher than the Hungarian government is willing to pay, so we have a bit of a problem. This is the fuel. This is probably the 4th fuel station we've now pulled into, and it's chaos. We think they have got a little bit of fuel here though, so we're just sitting in the queue and seeing what happens. This should be fun. We've got about 100 miles to go, and I've got about 150 miles worth of fuel left. But that only puts us in Hungary, so how we're going to get to Romania tomorrow will be interesting. Well, we've arrived at the campsite. This is it. This is the Hungarian campsite. It's like somebody's front garden. I'll give you a quick once round. It's quite entertaining, really. Just starting day 3. There's another successful camp. It was quite nice in the middle of Hungary, and now we're just heading out of camp. It's 8:15 in the morning, heading out of the campsite and on our way to Romania. This is the road out of the campsite. Very, very dusty. Very, very warm. It's 23 degrees, very pleasant morning, and we're on our way. We've been travelling for about an hour and 3/4 now through Hungary. The scenery is lovely. It's all very flat, but all fields and farmers' fields, crops, very nice. And I have to say the roads are simply in excellent condition, or the main roads. The sort of side roads not so great, but the main roads unbelievable. I mean, compared to the UK, these roads are just excellent. I'm thinking this is the road to the border, but it's just in excellent condition. There's barely a repair to it. I can't imagine it's been done that long, but you never know. So I think there's some checks at this border, strangely. I'm not quite sure why, but I think they go through your paperwork and stuff at this border. So hopefully I've got everything I need. I'll let you know if they don't let me in.
Sacred words inside us, filling yes words and thunderbolt.
Well, we made the border crossing some time ago now. It wasn't too bad, really. It took a little while, probably 40 minutes to an hour to get through, but I think we were quite lucky. Some of the lorries looked like they'd been there for days, never mind hours. We're probably a couple of hours away now from our destination, so just keep going, but the weather seems to be closing in a bit. The skies are decidedly grey, and the temperature has dropped from about 27 to about 24. So altogether much cooler, and it looks like there's rain up ahead. See the mountains in the distance, which is quite nice. So tonight's a hotel, which is night number 3. First 2 nights camping, tonight hotel. Should be interesting. Let's wait and see.
words inside us, filling yes words and thunderbolts.
What time is it? It's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've been going since 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. Very tiring day, no real stops other than for fuel, no food breaks, nothing. So hopefully we'll get some scoff tonight and pitch up in a hotel, have a nice hot shower and an early night, I think, because there's no rest day tomorrow either. I think we're straight into it. So yeah, this is a tough trip from the driving point of view. It is relentless, but I'm sure it'll all be worthwhile. So, you know, it's a long way. I think by the time we get there, it'll be something like 1,400 miles in 3 days. You know, with that kind of driving, you can't really afford to stop for long anywhere. So let's see how it goes. We've just had a meal in Petrosani. We've arrived, we've eaten, and now we're driving through the town on our way to the hotel, and it's busy. Trying to film while I drive, which is never a good thing. Right, well, we've just arrived at our hotel room, and it's not too shabby, it has to be said. Check this out. Why are we only staying here one night? I could stay here a week. It's fantastic. So I'm just about to leave Romania. It was a very nice hotel, although I'm not sure if there's any breakfast involved at all. So I'm just about to go and find out at 7:30 in the morning, and this should be our first full day's off-roading with a bit of a wild camp tonight. So let's go and see.
Oh, you're leaning on me, you heavy lump. You're leaning on me. You're leaning on me, you are. It's that nice having that shoulder massage, is it? Is that nice?
Well, we haven't done any off-roading yet, but looks like we've stopped at a little roadside shopping mall, for want of a better description. It looks quite nice, so we're going to go and see what they have to offer. The sheepskins look good. Tempted. I already have a sheepskin, so let's go and see. left Petrosani about 40 minutes ago, and we're heading into the mountains for 2 nights now, while camping both nights, which should be a bit of fun. Weather's still pretty good. Woke up and it was grey and misty. The mist has lifted and it's just beautiful driving up through the forest. Have a look at this. So we're on our way to meet our guide now. Shouldn't be more than another 10-15 minutes, and yeah, we'll start the off-road sections. Well, we've just stopped for a little photo opportunity, so I shall get out now and show you why. Been on a little mountain track for a while now, and it's a beautiful day, 22 degrees, and it's just really just pleasant. This is the way you need to spend your days. Should be nearing our first wild camp. This is wild camp number 1, So we're out for 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow night, and I think the day after that we're heading for another hotel. So at the moment the off-roading's reasonably, should we say, non-challenging, non-damaging, but the views just are stunning. Definitely a worthwhile trip to come on at this point. Okay, that's our first night wild camping in the mountains done, and I have to say it was very nice. It got a bit chilly in the evening, or at night really, but it was good. Scenery where we stopped was just stunning, as you've seen. We're now coming down the hills. These tracks go on for miles. It's just really good fun. There's nothing particularly difficult or challenging. It's just driving tracks that are wide, fairly well prepared, and just, you know, just good fun. We're just coming down through the forest now. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to drive and talk at the same time, but it's very pleasant. Just ahead of us there is Nico in the Jeep Rubicon, and our guide up ahead in the Nissan Patrol. You have to come and do this trip, really, just for the views. I mean, they are staggeringly good. It's such a beautiful country. Okay, we just stopped at a little dam to just check it out, really. It's an artificial lake, which is yeah, just beautiful. Stop for another little scenery break, so let's go and see what we've got. Okay, it looks like we have a bit of a lorry situation here, because there's a lorry down the bottom that can't get through on the track he's on, which means we've had to reverse up this really steep little hill so that he can get through. Is it big, to be honest?
You right?
Yep.
I think he might be coming up here. Good. Well, that was a bit of fun. Basically, there was that logging lorry was coming down the track that we were going up, so we had to go up that nasty little side road just to get out of its way. That's the long and short of it, but that was a bit of fun. Okay, so this is the second wild camp 2. I would name these places, but I've no idea where they are. Just somewhere in Romania, really. But it is, as everywhere else really, just stunning. So I'm not sure what day number this is, but we've left the second campsite. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we've got a day's off-roading. Tonight, this is effectively day 3 in the country. Sorry, day 4 in the country. Tonight is a hotel. And I think we're kind of slowly making our way towards Transylvania and Dracula's castle, which I'm really looking forward to. So let's get it going. Okay, we've been told by the guides that there's a very steep descent here, which would be good to capture on drone. So that's what we're going to try and do. If it all goes wrong, you won't see any drone footage, but well, hopefully you will. See you in a bit. Okay, just behind me you can see, hopefully, our second hotel, which is high up in the mountains somewhere, overlooking a lake called something. Anyway, here it is. And there you go. That's the view from the balcony, if you can see it. It's just another nice room. So the rooms, the accommodation so far has been pretty damn good. Okay, another very pleasant hotel stay. That was the second hotel on the trip. Can't honestly remember what day number we're on, but this is the just about to start the next 2-night session of wild camping, and I believe we're just on our way to see a lake of some sort. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some footage of that and clip it into this video. Well, that was the little lake that we were promised. Quite a taxing spot to get to, quite a little steep climb up and down, and then obviously the same in reverse, but worthwhile. If you had a picnic and bits and bobs, that would be a nice place to spend your day. third wild camp. Today's off-roading has been a little more challenging than before. For the most part it's just forest tracks, but there have been some quite interesting and a bit more challenging lanes today, so that's pretty good. I don't really know what this wild camp's going to be like, but if it's anything like the last ones it should be pretty good. I think we're probably still about 10 miles away. These tracks just go on and on and on and on forever. So hopefully when we get there I'll show you what the third wild camp is like. Treks in Romania are essentially forest tracks that go up into the mountains. The trip really is, or rather the tracks, once they lead out of the mountains they get out onto these great big kind of grassy plains on the sides of mountains, and the guides basically take you between peak to peak, so you kind of drive up one, down one, up one, down one, and the views are breathtaking. It's worth coming here just for the scenery. It is nothing short of spectacular. It's just everywhere you look, and you kind of climb one ridge and you think that's great, and you start to take it for granted after a little while. It kind of starts to slip by you because everywhere you look is fantastic, and then all of a sudden something catches your eye, and again you're kind of transported to something completely different. It is just a great place to bring your car. I know I've probably said that before, haven't I? Never mind. Say it again. Bring your car here. Well, this is the third campsite. It's basically a fairly open area in the middle of a thick pine forested area. It's a great place to wake up to. It's just quite a nice flat open site. It's really nice. Okay, well, I really have lost track of what day it is, but that was our third wild camp, and now we're on our way to our fourth wild camp through quite a nice little track that is quite reminiscent of the sort of thing you might get in Wales. Little forest track. It's really nice. I mean, it's fair to say that these tracks are long. I mean, yesterday we went and did a bit of shopping down at the local Aldi, would you believe? And in order to get from there back to our campsite where we were camping last night, not campsite, wild camp, it was nearly just under 30 miles off-road. on kind of pretty good tracks in fairness, but they're like just unpaved roads, unpaved mountain roads. So be prepared for long drives to really get anywhere. But the scenery at the end of them is 100% worth it. Well, we've just stopped for a little tea break at the top of another peak, and you really feel like you're on top of the world here. The off-roading is spectacular, not too tricky, although there are some tricky bits in it, which is nice, but it's just so open. You feel like you can kind of go anywhere. It's just, well, it's just not like England. It is fantastic. The views, especially from when you get up into these heights, just amazing. I think I've probably said it loads of times, and I'm probably going to say it loads of times more, but it is just great. Everyone's friendly. The Romanian team that we kind of crewed up with are all very friendly, very I suppose community orientated really. They cook together, they drink and sort of laugh together, whereas we can be a bit more insular, but they've invited us to everything. It's just a really nice experience.
Early, so she got pregnant early, then you anticipated?
No, he's trying your DNA everywhere. He has a little problem, he has a doctor.
But she's all right now.
Yeah.
And do you want a girl or a boy, or do you not?
I want a boy.
You want a boy?
But we
Someone to drive the patrol.
yeah. And the arrow. Nice. I know a girl in Spain.
How do you know that?
Well, we're on our way to the third hotel now. Another 2 really good nights wild camping behind us. Had a lovely little track today that was a fairly technical hill climb with rocks and steep gradients, etc., which surprisingly this car did remarkably well. Just didn't really phase it at all. I've got a little bit of footage of that, but it was kind of hard to film while you're driving along. I've got no vehicle mounted cameras yet, so that'll happen in the future. But so we're now on our way to I think it's quite a long track today, but on the way we are stopping at a fort of some sort, and the Red Canyon. So a couple of things to look forward to on the way. A lot of dust. The tracks now, temperatures during the day range between sort of 27 and 32, so it does get quite warm, but subsequently all the tracks are really dusty. All the cars are just covered in dust, which is quite funny. I think this is Red Canyon, or Red Rock Canyon. Red Canyon, I think this is. So it's quite an interesting sight, I have to say. Well, that was the Red Canyon. It's quite an impressive little rock face or rock feature, whatever you want to call it, with a bit of sort of a few hills you could play around on if you wanted to. Now we're on our way to a fort. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm sure I'll find out when I get there. So this is wild camp number 4. At this location we are going to have a traditional sort of hunter's meal cooked for us by a sort of local hunter. I think venison and other bits are on the menu, so I'm just going to pop over and have a look, see what's cooking. Okay, this is the old preparation table. God, that looks good, doesn't it?
It looks amazing. It smells good as well. I can smell it. Look at this. Huge pot. I like the huge pot. About another hour, Lee. You've got an hour.
Well, it looks like the hunter's stew is all ready, so I'm gonna got me bowl and me plate and me knife and fork in hand. Let's go and see what it's all about.
Thank you. It's really good.
Trust me, he's the best in town.
I need the recipe.
It's secret.
No.
It's secret.
No. It's lovely.
We don't find this
Rain.
Oh, I can't get them now.
Water.
They're underneath your side.
And then to have basically the
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Yeah, I can get it from here.
Yeah.
That'll be fine with me.
Here we are not so far from you and Transfiguration. Tomorrow, I don't know.
So basically tomorrow
For the plan was to grow.
We're just leaving the penultimate campsite now, penultimate wild campsite now. So it's we're drawing close to the end of what has been an excellent little trip, to be honest. I think there's a couple of little things to see along the way, including a big rock shaped like an egg, apparently, which is what we're on our way to now. So yeah, more long forest tracks today. I think there'll be some opportunities to have a little play today as well. So I'll try and get as much of that footage as I can, and should be fun. After that, one more wild camp, 2 nights in a hotel, including some of the sights left to see include Bran Castle and another fort of some sort. Yeah, something to look forward to still before regretfully it all draws to a close.
Roll from up there.
I think it's enough for everybody to eat this egg.
So this is the dinosaur egg.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see if we can push it over.
Okay.
Sacred words inside us fit this new mediocre, find new ways to overdrive.
Well, last night was supposed to be our last wild camp, but as it turned out, we came to this little kind of mountain campsite. It's a little bit basic, but it only cost €5, so basic was good. Yesterday we did the Transfiguration, which is a mountain pass, which it's kind of one of those typical switchback roads that leads up the side of a mountain, but it was quite stupendous. Some of the views were just unbelievable. Unfortunately, because of the nature of the road, I didn't really get much video of it. I think we might be going back down it today, so hopefully I can get a little bit of footage or at least some photos. But it is an amazing road. If you're on a bike, it would have been fantastic. And there were some mad drivers on there, to say the least. This is what it kind of looks like on the map. The camping was alright today. I think we're going to see some wild bears who live along the side of the road somewhere a little bit further down, and then we're going to Bran Castle, which is, for those who are interested, Dracula's castle, or legend has it it's Dracula's castle, although my understanding is Vlad the Impaler himself didn't really stay there very much. So yeah, that should be a little trip for later today.
Out there, look for that circling square. Can you see me? I'm right here. Take a breath in, sigh out, your shoulders down, I'll see you there. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Is that what this song's about? Getting married?
No, this one is about. This is a different one. The other one. He doesn't want to get married or kids or stuff like that. It's a different breed.